networks, etc.
Now, you mentioned on the consistency or the continuity. What was the value of Lima 37 going back into Ramadi for the second tour, part one? And part two is how many of the key leaders in the Lima company were the same, and what value was that?
The value of going back to the same place for the second tour cannot be overstated. I understand manpower-wise why it's hard to do that, so I'm certainly not saying the Marine Corps is messed up, but man, it is so powerful to have familiarity with the area. We ought to accelerate a deployment by a month or extend the unit who's there by another month if that would allow the same unit to go back a second time. A close second is if I go into an area and I've learned the history from everyone else, here's what we were able to do, and you could artificially appear to do if you learned the history. I would meet a guy and I'd say, your name's what? Hamid Sharkey? You know Saad Hamid Sharkey? He's like, yes. Yeah, Saad painted the curb with me 18 months ago. And all of a sudden, now I've got a tight bond with this guy. Knowing probably 10 contacts. Knowing that we saved, I don't even remember the father's name, but the father of the boy who was kidnapped by Anwar. Knowing that we knew that and busting it out on the Iraqis was so different from what they had seen before with Americans that, no kidding, a week later I was having lunch with Anwar, the former insurgent, in this other guy's house who lived right here, his uncle. So tremendous capabilities that you have. Talk about the leadership and who was key leaders. I would say, let's say 50% of the leaders. No, that's not even true. Here's the way I previously described it. You know what a vehicle commander knows from his previous tour? And the person says, all sorts of tactics? No. If you're sitting in the vehicle commander seat, the passenger seat, the previous tour you were this